Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card using the Stamparatus and the Hight stamp set. So let's get at her. So we're going to use Stamparatus, which is on page 207 in your annual catalog. It runs about $67. And so here's the apparatus right now. So it comes with 2 plates, paper, an extra stamp pad that you would use for photopolymer stamps, and then that's what we're going to be using today. And so cool, just adds in like that. And you can use all 4 sides. So you can put a stamp here, 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 and here. So that's the Stamparatus. So this is the stamp set that we're using, Hight. We're using most of the stamps in this set. We're also going to be using the layered stitch framelits and the inks. We've got a few inks here. We got Blushing Bride, Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, Paper Pumpkin, Pumpkin Pie, which are the colors of the sky. And then we have Old Olive, Crumb Cake, Real Red, and Night of Navy. Don't worry about writing all this down. I will have it posted on my blog, creatingwithsharon.com, and you can have a look there. So let us get started. Okay, so with the Stamparatus, I like to use the grid paper, and I'm going to just flip this over, and it comes with 2 magnets. I haven't put washi tape on mine. I did put one. I have 2 Stamparatuses. Whoops. That's what you're not supposed to do. And what I did is I put washi tape on both sides of each one, and they end up hitting together and they end up breaking anyway. So I guess I didn't use quite enough. Okay, so I'm just looking. Okay, so this is a card. So I have a scrap piece of paper, Whisper White and Night of Navy. The card base is Night of Navy. I'm going to put it to the side. This is going to be the inside of the card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And this is a piece of Crumb Cake, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have the piece that we're going to be stamping on, which is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm just going to just put this on here. And what I like to do on here, because with the photopolymer stamps, they do have a tendency to stick onto the paper. So what I like to do is I like to mark the corner that the paper is going to be on. So if it does come off, I know where to put it back when it does. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is, I'm going to the base. Oh, now this is a very well loved stamp set. I just totally love it. We're going to get the lighthouse, this one here, and I'm going to place it right about there. Oops, I should turn it over. And then I'm just going to bring in my Stamparatus, just like that. See how it's lifting up the paper? That's why I like to mark, so I know exactly where it is. So when I go to do my next stamp over top, that it will be right over top. So I'm going to do the main lighthouse in Real Red, and I'm going to just put a block or a stamp pad underneath and just ink this up and just tap, tap, tap. And then I'm just going to just bring that over and stamp it like that. And now I'm going to bring in, just going to just flip this over. Now I'm going to bring in the other half of the lighthouse, and I'm going to place it to where it's to be. I'm going to put the ink away because I know I will eat myself. And that I'm going to do in the Night of Navy. So just bring that in. See, there it does it again. Lift it up. Okay. And Night of Navy. Just lightly tap it. Now, if I'm doing a few of these cards, everything's all in place. I basically just have my paper, put it in, stamp, move on, stamp, and do my mass production. And then there's the blue. So now what I'm going to do now is bring in another plate. And I'm going to bring in my sand, which is this right here. So I'm going to bring that in. Now I'm going to move the magnet over to this side because I don't want it running over. And see how it's cut out right in there? So I'm going to line it right up to the lighthouse. So it's sand all around the lighthouse. Bring in my plate. And then bring in my crumb cake. And bring it around like that. There we go. So now I'm just going to take this off now. So now I'm done with the Stamparatus. So easy peasy. Basically put the stamps in place and away you go. And then now you can, if you have mass production, you can totally go ahead and do it. So now there's a little bit of white. So I'm going to get, oops, bring that out. So I'm going to bring this one right here, and I'm going to just stamp the rest of the sand, and I'm going to bring this all in, so just all over. So I think the Stamparatus is a must for any stamper. You buy the Stamparatus and you don't have to worry about buying blocks any size. I had a customer over here yesterday. She was buying clear stamps and I asked her what she had, and she had the competition, so I told her about the Stamparatus and she seemed really interested in that. But we'll work on that. She's just brand new to me, so I'm not going to push that. I'll talk to her at a later time. So I'm looking for my blue now. So on here I'd have the ocean in behind, so I'm going to bring in my pool party. And then this stamp set right here is what we're going to use, and I have it on the block. And I'm going to put this in place. So this is called masking. So when you stamp over top of an image that you already have. So and I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to stamp over top of the lighthouse. And then just one more right in here. Okay, so now I have my sand, I have my water. Now I'm going to need some grass, so I'm going to bring in my old olive and the grass that's on here. I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to stamp it randomly in the sand. Now this stamp set reminds me of the East Coast. They have the nicest lighthouses. And I'll just do one more right here, stamp it off right there. Okay, so that's done. So now comes the fun part. So I'm going to bring in this, move all these first out of the way. So I bought this brush. One of my sidelines, Ashley from Stamparatus, told me about this brush, and it's a makeup brush that she got at the dollar store. It's really, really soft, and it's great for it's softer than sponging. So dollar store, I think they were like $2 or whatever. It wasn't that much, and the girls of my stamp club all received one. We used it at one club. So okay, so what I'm going to do is just lightly ink up my, and just I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper, and so I just don't go right into the water, and just lightly bring in the pink. And this is Blushing Bride that I'm using for this. There we go. And just lightly go around. A really nice soft look, and move that one out of the way. So next is going to be my orange, so I'm going to use the pumpkin pie. So I'm just going to lightly brush this off, and the ink comes off nicely, and then just bring in my pumpkin pie. Just go over top. So I don't know about you guys, but the prairies sure have really nice sunsets, and every time I see them, I just, oh, that would make a nice card. Okay, so move that out of the way. So I got up really early this morning, and I ordered the new storage compartments that Stampin' Up! Now has. I'm so excited. I did expedite the order, so it'll be here hopefully on Wednesday, and then I'll do a Facebook Live. I'm so excited. What I decided I was going to do with that, because I have storage for my ink pads, but I think I'm going to use it over here when I do my Facebook Lives, have everything all nice and neat in behind. And now I'm going to clean this off a bit. And I'm going to bring in the pool party and do the top in the blue of the pool party. Go. It's still not dark enough. I'm just okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of paper, and I'm just going to roughly do it like this. So I'm changing my Facebook Lives. I was doing it Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, but one of the girls I work with no longer works with us, so they need me to work Wednesdays now, so I thought I'd start doing it on Monday evenings. See how well that goes. Okay, so there's that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the birds. Now if you're from the West Coast, we call them something else, and I'm not going to tell you what it is over the Facebook Live because I'm just not going to do that. So, and the birds I did in crumb cake. So I'm just lightly tap these up and just bring it in like that. Okay, so there's the base of the card. So I'm just going to take off my masking and I'm going to put it back into my stamp kit so I know where it's at. So now what I'm going to do, isn't that gorgeous? You know what I'm going to do too though? I'm going to just take some of the Pool Party and I'm going to just put in a little bit where the water is, just to, so it's not so dark. So this month is my birthday, so what I'm going to do, anybody that purchases the Stamparatus from me, I will, as a thank you, I will send you a package of the grid paper. You do have to use this hostess code, so when you can do that, you can shop, just hit that shop button at the top of the page there, and it'll take you to my store, and just put in the hostess code. Unfortunately, it's only for Canadians, because I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. I'm in Winnipeg. Been here for going on 3 years, and before that I was in North Bay, and I was there for 4. Had a lovely group of ladies that came every month. It was so much fun, but all good things must come to an end. So I'm going to I was up pretty early this morning putting my order in. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what the... Perfect. Okay. On a scrap piece of paper, I'm just going to put the sentiment. I'm just going to just move everything out of the way because I'm going to bring in my big shot, because I'm going to cut this out with 2 of the dies. So I'm going to cut out the sentiment with a straight, and then I'm going to, with the Night of Navy, I'm going to sculpt it. Okay, so I'm just going to move everything out of the way and bring in the big shots. Okay, so, oops, no wonder it's held so well. Put this on here, and then bring in my Night of Navy. I'm going to do 2 for 1, and just put this in the corner, and then just, oh, I have to use this one here because my plates are warped. I'm just going to put a little bit of washi tape so it doesn't move, jump on me when I run it through. So excited. Next weekend is On Stage, and we're going to Minneapolis. My husband's going to drive me down. I'm so excited. And we're leaving on the Wednesday, and we'll be home on the Sunday. And gonna do some shopping. So excited Gonna go to the Pottery Barn, and the Pottery Barn, and what's the other one I'm gonna go to? Oh, I'm gonna go to Kirkland's. Somebody told me about that place, and I've been following them on Instagram, and oh my god, some of their stuff, and it's reasonably priced. Can't believe that one. Of course, I'm gonna go to other places too. Well, I'm try to anyway. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna dimension, because I need some dimensions. God forbid if I did a card with no dimensions on it. Just gonna bring that in. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited, but we've been watching the news, and Fargo had a little bit of flooding, so I hope it's not too bad with the Red River. I can't believe how long that river is. Holy smokers. It goes all the way up to Hudson's Bay and comes through quite a few states and then into us. And just center that, just to give it just a little bit of highlight. Okay, so now let's just bring in the card. So I'm going to use the my Tombow glue. I love Tombow. I like it better than tape. The reason being is that if you put it on, you still have that couple of seconds to move it around if it's not perfect. And with tape, I find if you put it down, and unless you bring in something to remove it, it's pretty tough. So I'm going to glue this one down also. And so if you guys are commenting, I have to apologize. I can't see it on my iPad. I haven't figured that out. I just figured out how I can watch myself. But I'll work on that part of it so I can say hi and answer questions. This tech stuff, I'm just learning how to use it all, and there's so much I want to do, but and your kids don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty tough. Got to figure it out yourself. So. Okay, so as per normal, what I'll do is, if you like, share, and comment, I will put your name in the draw for this card. And I think I'll send it out on Friday, so you have till Friday to like, share, and comment. And there we are. Stamparatus meets Hight. You gotta love the Stamparatus. It's positioning stamp tool. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So there you are. Easy peasy. Nice little card. And thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. And you all have a nice day. And we'll see you next Monday at 7 o'clock. Thanks. See you later. Bye.